Toby, are you ready to go to Germany? Toby's never been to Germany before.
His birthday is when go to Germany.
Oh yeah.
It's his birthday today.
It's your birthday today.
Your birthday, twins, and Toby. Toby, no.
For your birthday, we're taking you traveling the world.
This totally wasn't our plan all along. This is totally because it's their birthday.
That's right.
Definitely. Toby, no.
Today we're finally leaving Croatia after 14 months and 25 days. Not counting the 2 trips that we made across the Neum corridor in southern Croatia on the Adriatic coast. That takes you through like 20 miles of Bosnia. Not counting that, which we did twice, was like 20 minutes each time. But today we're leaving for hopefully about 3 months before we have to come back and renew my annual residency papers. We're at the town of SAMOBOR, which is the town about 5 miles from the border of Slovenia. We stayed at this campground that we stayed at before 3 weeks ago. It was really cool, or 2.5 weeks ago. Really nice family who owns it. They live in SAMOBOR. They own a beauty salon. They have this like plot of land that they put a swimming pool on and a little summer house, and they decided to put campsites around the edges. It's about an 2-acre lot. It's pretty cool. We just spent 2 nights to get everything ready, to get ready for the border, to do some research. As far as we know, we don't need tests to get across border to Slovenia, Austria, and into Germany. As long as we just transit through Slovenia and Austria, which is what we're gonna do. It's not very far. We can get there in 1 day. We'll be there, hopefully by this afternoon, we'll be in Germany. We'll go to Germany because Germany is not requiring any countries that are in the quote-unquote green zone of Europe tests. Even though me and Marlene are both vaccinated now with both of our Pfizer doses, the kids are not. It's not legal for them to do it in Europe yet. So by us being in the green zone now, Croatia, we should be allowed to transit through those 2 countries and then enter and stay in Germany without any testing, as long as we show that we have citizenship and residency. So hopefully that's going to work out. We'll see. It's going to be a long driving day today, and we're getting our last authentic Balkan, Croatian, Bosnian burek before we go.
It's a good one too.
Yeah. This is just around the corner from the campground. We were here 4 days last time, and 2 days this time, and we didn't check it out until today, on the last day. But we'll be back here in 3 months when we come back.
Go that slower than all.
We're talking to the police right now, so can you wait?
First situation we already had to deal with at the border. GPS took me to a small border, which we got there was just a couple cars in front of us, and we got to the Croatian side, looked at our passports, my US passport, my residency card, their Croatian passports, no problem, we get through. At the next window, Slovenian passport, check. They looked at my US passport, residency card, and then they're like, we don't know what to do with this. So they turned us around. We had to come through one of the bigger borders, which apparently has the technology they need to get us through. So,
Or the stamp.
The stamp. Yeah. Very bureaucratic.
Stamps.
So hopefully they can kachee us in here. And in that process, we had to get on the toll road. Like literally 100 yards before the border, we got on the toll road, and they dinged us for 9 kuna, which is about a 120, 130 euros. That's how they make a little extra cash. They wring a little bit more out of you before you leave. So hopefully this one goes through. We'll see. Once again, we're through the Croatian side. Now we'll go to the Slovenian side. We haven't crossed into a Schengen country for the same amount of time. 14 months, 21 days, 25 days or whatever. So this is first time in a while. And in the past, we were just talking, we've never had to come to borders this big. We always went through little small borders on little roads to get into Croatia and get out of Croatia, but I guess different times. Alright, we're in Slovenia. They didn't ask about tests, transiting or anything like that, so
No, it's really easy.
yeah, they didn't even say a single word to me, but they did have the stamp. That stamped me in, kadunk.
It was loud.
That was the technology that they were missing at the other border check, so now we're in. Theoretically, now we're in the Schengen zone. There could or could not be any borders between here and Austria and then Germany. There will probably be people at the border, whether they check or not, we'll see. But we're pretty much still going to make a mad dash for Germany and try to get there by the end of today. No plans for any sightseeing until we get there. But even then, we're just trying to find a place to sleep for the night. Someplace cool, because it's been really hot these last few days. We're stopped here at some kind of field, a meadow with this kind of opening next to a radio tower of some kind. And bikes keep coming by. Occasional car comes by too. That's a cool old Mercedes. But we found this spot on Park for Night, and not sure we're gonna stay here. People had good reviews of this as a wild camping spot, but it's just not gonna really work well for us. There's like forest here, which is really cool, and I think they log it. This must be sort of a forest, land that they use to kind of, you know, grow timber for logging, and farms over here. But we just don't feel that safe with the cats here. There could be animals in there, and they could just go into the forest, and it'd be hard for us to go find them if they don't come back. So we're just gonna take a break. We made coffee, we took a break. We're gonna keep driving. By the way, we're now in Germany. We made it all the way into Germany from this morning when we left Croatia, just outside of Zagreb. We had no problems except for that one little hiccup where we had to go to a different border in Slovenia. And once we got to the main border, they just looked at our passports. We didn't have to show vaccination cards. We didn't have to show test result, negative tests or anything. Just came right through into Slovenia. And then from Slovenia, we drove all the way to the border of Austria pretty much right away. And at the Austrian border, they didn't even stop us. There were people at the border kind of waving people through, and they probably wanted to have the ability to stop people if it seemed necessary, but they didn't stop us. And I thought they would because we have California license plates, but they didn't. We drove all the way through Austria up to Germany, to the border of Germany and Austria, just outside of Salzburg. Same kind of deal. There was a big line of cars at the border. Usually there's no border there pre-COVID. These are the same two borders that we crossed back in April 2020. And I guess ever since then, they've been people stationed there at the border. Much stricter last April when this happened. This time, they just wanted the ability to stop people if they wanted to. But neither border stopped us. So now we made it to Germany. There's no quarantine necessary. There's no negative test results necessary. There's no vaccination documents necessary. I think it's mostly because in the epidemiological perspective, Croatia, Austria, Slovenia, and Germany are all in the green zone now as of yesterday or the day before. So because of that, there's free travel available. So that's pretty good. We'll see what happens. We're gonna try to get to the border of France tonight. Not sure. I don't think we'll go into France today. Most likely not. We'll stay in Germany tonight somewhere. We're not sure yet. Not this place though. We don't really feel like this is an ideal place for us. And maybe tomorrow we'll cross into France. We will see. But for now, this is a much needed break. We've been driving for almost 8 hours now. So we need a break. The kids need a break. The cats need a break. The van needs a break. Everything needs breaks. Oh boy, you scared him. If he wiggles out of that harness, we're gonna be
What's he doing?
stuck here for a long time.
Head in the grass.
She's kind of agitated with her tails moving like that.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think he likes the head.
Toby too. Toby's kind of agitated with his tail moving.
Yes?
How come you're not walking one of the cats?
Ava said, does the silver one walk Toby? And I said, yes. And Ava said, no.
She's the boss, I guess.
No?
All right.
Back in the van.
Birthday today. When's your birthday?
Oh yeah,
No, today's
it's her birthday. We're driving for your birthday. It's like Luca's birthday 2 years ago.
It's Saturday.
Travel day.
I said it was 26. Okay.
It's their
Check it out. Day, no?
fifth country, but the second one they step foot on.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, they didn't get to go out.
How many countries did they step on? One?
Just Croatia and Germany.
Yeah.
They went to Bosnia, Slovenia, and Austria without going outside.
Hi, Toby.
So we've made it all the way into Germany and across near the Black Forest, just north of the Black Forest actually, west of Stuttgart and just outside of the town called Karlsruhe. This is actually a spot that we stayed at 2 other times before, and interestingly enough, the first time we stayed here was our first night in Europe back in September of 2018. 2018, right? So that would put it almost 3 years ago. And we've been here every year since, pretty much.
Our first night, it was parked where that red van is, and we have a post of it on Instagram. So we're just getting the ball rolling in Europe. And then we came through here again in 2019 on our way back to Croatia after we spent all summer in the Nordics. And then this is our third time. Last year when we came back from Morocco during COVID, we didn't come through here. We had to drive as fast as we could, and in fact we stuck to the highway and drove right past here, I think, without stopping, because we weren't allowed to make too many stops. And that would have made this our fourth trip had we stopped here last year, but no. It just, you know, it's one of these places where you just know. It's right next to the Rhine River. There's a bridge right there. Maybe you can hear it, maybe you can see it a little bit. But it's not necessarily a good spot. It just kind of has a place in our heart for being our first overnight in the van in Europe. So we keep coming back. Not a place you want to spend more than one night. In fact, there's only 4 other campers here besides us, 5 total. Last night this place was full, completely full. We didn't even think there was a spot until a French camper next to us said that you could squeeze into this place that we're in. So luckily we didn't have to go find a new place last night, because it was about 10 o'clock when we got here. And today we're gonna leave. Today we're gonna try to find a place either in the Black Forest or someplace near the border between France, Belgium, and Germany. Not sure if we're gonna go into France today or not, but we're gonna try to find a place that's a little bit more open and that has room for the cats to kind of stretch out. They haven't been able to go out there and just roam on their own yet. We've been walking them on leashes, which is challenging to say the least, but at least it satisfies their cravings for excursion a little bit outside of the van. It's tough on these long driving days. Yesterday we did over 500 miles, which is the most they've ever done in a single day, the cats anyways. And it also happens to be their 1-year birthday. At least we estimate, based on when we found them and how old we thought they were and what the vet said and all that stuff. Not a great day to spend a whole day in the van on your birthday, on your first birthday at that, for these poor cats. But today we're gonna make it up to them. We're gonna try to find a place where they can roam. So just gonna get packed up and ready, and hopefully get out of here on the road a little bit. Near the border of Luxembourg and France in Germany. Just another spot we found, parked for night. It's kind of a nature preserve. About a mile that way is a little village, and another mile this way is another village. So there's just these like patches of forest that are scattered around these residential, not residential, but I guess urban areas, suburban maybe, in Germany. We're in pretty far in the southwest corner of Germany, and really nice spot. The cats are super happy to be able to be outside and run around. Not that many cars go by here. Some bikes come by, some people walking, not too many. One other camper showed up, and they're kind of behind those trees. There's like a little dirt parking area that's like a parking for like a little trail. People go maybe hiking, and they drove by. I think they probably wanted to park here and saw that we were already here, so they just went down and parked around the corner, which is fine with us. It's been really nice weather-wise. 70s, high 70s, and actually sprinkled for a couple hours this afternoon. Enough so that we had to roll the awning out just a couple feet to get the raindrops off of our steps. But it's been a nice rest. We only drove about 2 hours today. It is Sunday, so there's not that many stores that were open. We wanted to go do some shopping, but we couldn't because so many stores, pretty much all the stores were closed. So we're just been chilling here, which has been great. And initially we thought, if this place is nice enough, you know, we'll stay a couple nights. It'd be nice to not move every day. But really, this place, as nice as it is, it's probably not a place we'll spend multiple nights at. It's a nice spot for one night. So we'll probably go tomorrow. And good chance that tomorrow we will be crossing the border into France and then try to make it towards the Atlantic coast. You know, as much as we can, as far as we can get there. I don't know how far we want to drive, but you know, it's about a 4-hour drive to get to the coast. And I think if we wanted to, we could, but unless we find a place that's nice to stop, we may just do another short drive tomorrow. We'll see. Anyways, I just want to show you guys this little spot, and didn't do a whole lot today. Just a place to let the cats out and chill and relax and play. They're having a ton of fun. It is her birthday today. Look at her. Look at Twin. Look at Twin. Twins running around like crazy. They just love it when they have space like this to roam. Inside. Okay, shut the door.